Behind Bars, a glimpse into hell. Today we're diving deep into the world of the incarcerated, the forgotten, the damned. We're talking about the most dangerous prisons on this planet, places where the rules of society are bent, broken, and thrown out the window. From the solitary confinement cells of ADX Florence to the chaotic, overcrowded halls of La Sabaneta in Venezuela, we're going to pull back the curtain on these concrete jungles. Buckle up, because shit's about to get real. ADX Florence, welcome to Hell on Earth. First up, we're heading to the United States. The land of the free is also home to one of the most hardcore prisons ever conceived. ADX Florence, a supermax penitentiary in Colorado. This place is the real deal, folks. It's designed to hold the worst of the worst terrorists, mob bosses, dudes who could start a riot just by whispering. We're talking 23 hours a day in solitary confinement. The only human contact you get is through a slot in the steel door. ADX. Florence is all about sensory deprivation. The cells are soundproof, the windows are tiny slits that don't offer a view of the outside world, just a sliver of sky. Inmates eat, sleep, and shit in the same small space. They get 1 hour of recreation a day in a concrete pit, which is more like a cage than anything else. This place is designed to break you, man. But even in this concrete hellhole, there's a glimmer of humanity. La Sabaneta, where chaos reigns supreme. Now let's take a trip down south to Venezuela, where we find La Sabaneta, a prison so overcrowded, so violent, so utterly chaotic, that it makes the worst American prison look like a summer camp. Imagine thousands of inmates crammed into a space designed for a fraction of that number. We're talking cells so packed that inmates sleep in shifts, on hammocks strung up like spider webs. The stench of sweat, piss, and fear hangs heavy in the air. In La Sabaneta, the guards have lost control. The inmates run the show. Gangs rule with an iron fist, and violence is a way of life. Inmates have set up their own economy, their own businesses. La Sabaneta is a stark reminder that hell is not a place you go to after you die. It's a place that exists right here on Earth. Black Dolphin Prison, where hope goes to die. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're heading to Russia, to a place called Black Dolphin Prison. Located on the desolate steppes of Kazakhstan, this place is as close to a real-life gulag as you're ever gonna get. Black Dolphin is reserved for Russia's most hardened criminals, serial killers, terrorists, the kind of dudes that would give Hannibal Lecter nightmares. The guards here are ruthless, the conditions brutal, and the atmosphere is one of constant fear and paranoia. The inmates here are kept under constant surveillance. They're only allowed out of their cells for 90 minutes a day, and even then they're shackled and blindfolded. They're not even allowed to lean against the walls. They have to stand at attention the entire time. Imagine that, man. 22 and a half hours a day in a tiny cell with nothing but your thoughts and the ever-present gaze of the guards. It's enough to drive anyone mad. Chapter 4. Carandiru Penitentiary, a legacy of blood and brutality. Now let's shift gears and head to Brazil, to the infamous Carandiru Penitentiary. This place is a chilling reminder of what happens when the prison system fails on an epic scale. Carandiru was once the largest prison in Latin America, housing over 8,000 inmates. But it wasn't the overcrowding that made Carandiru infamous, it was the violence. In 1992, the world watched in horror as a riot broke out at Carandiru, resulting in a massacre that left 111 inmates dead. Carandiru was demolished in 2002, but its legacy lives on. It's a reminder of the human cost of prison overcrowding, of the dangers of unchecked authority, and the fragility of civilization. Chapter 5. Next stop, Bolivia, where we're going to visit a truly unique prison, San Pedro Prison. Forget everything you think you know about prisons, because in San Pedro, the inmates are in charge. They elect their own leaders, enforce their own laws, and even have their own businesses within the prison walls. It's like a self-governing society, except it's all happening within the confines of a prison. Now you might be thinking that doesn't sound so bad. At least they have some freedom, but don't let that fool you. San Pedro is still a dangerous place. The same problems that plague the country, poverty, inequality, corruption, are all present within the prison walls. Chapter 6. Ever heard of the Bangkok Hilton? Sounds almost pleasant, right? Well, think again, folks. We're talking about Bang Kwang Central Prison in Thailand, and let me tell you, this place is anything but a luxury hotel. Bang Kwang is notorious for its harsh conditions, its brutal treatment of inmates, and its reputation as a place where hope goes to die. One of the things that makes Bang Kwang so brutal is the use of shackles. Inmates can be shackled for months, even years at a time. And then there's the death penalty. Bang Kwang is a grim reminder that the world is full of dark places where human rights are violated daily. Chapter 7. Our final stop on this journey takes us to Rwanda, to a place called Gitarama Central Prison. This place is the epitome of hell on earth. A place so overcrowded, so unsanitary, so utterly inhumane that it defies description. Imagine thousands of inmates crammed into a space designed for a few hundred. The stench of human waste, disease, and death hangs heavy in the air. The conditions in Gitarama are so bad that many inmates die within months of arriving. Disease is rampant and medical care is practically non-existent. Gitarama is a testament to the darkest aspects of human nature. Our capacity for cruelty, our indifference to suffering, and our willingness to turn a blind eye to injustice. It's a place that should shame us all. So there you have it, folks. A glimpse into some of the most dangerous and disturbing prisons on this planet. We've seen the depths of human cruelty, but we've also witnessed the incredible resilience of the human spirit. If this journey into the heart of darkness has left you feeling disturbed, you're not alone. But remember, these prisons, these stories, they matter. They remind us of the importance of compassion, of justice, and of the need to fight for a more humane world. Stay curious, my friends.